Hello everyone, it is B with the B Code and welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the video that's sitting here on the screen, I want to address this gym incident that occurred between this woman and a gym employee. So I have a few things that I want to discuss that are plaguing Black men today because of their behavior. So everyone seems to think that this woman was clout chasing. She didn't handle herself right. She didn't do the right thing. The guy wasn't doing anything wrong. She was overreaching. She just didn't do the right thing. However, I see something different. So before I show you this video to let you see what I saw, I want to address a couple of points. Now, you guys know when I do my videos, sometimes I want to relay information that'll be helpful, and sometimes I am just going wild, going off. Well, in this situation, I'm not going to go off too much, but I am going to explain a few things that Black men don't seem to know what they're doing. Now, when we're speaking in terms of being at a gym or anywhere in public, there is a certain amount of etiquette that we are supposed to have as people, as individuals, as human beings, as mothers, fathers, uncles, cousins, brothers, sisters. And when we're speaking in terms of Black men, these etiquettes are not being displayed because of the over sexualized nature of Black men and Black people in general. So I took the liberty of looking at some gym etiquette. And in these two images, there were points or a point that stood out in each of them. So in this first gym etiquette 101, the thing that stuck out to me was this is not social hour. Okay, number 6. This is not social hour. So from what I could see in the video, the employee was standing there socializing with the other gentleman that was supposedly lifting weights, right? He was not doing what he was supposed to do, nor was the man patron visiting the facility doing what he was supposed to do, or he was halfway doing what he was supposed to be doing. I'll explain later. So in this blue image of gym etiquette, it says, "Eye on the prize, not someone else. Don't stare at, crowd, or touch others." She felt she was being stared at, which she was. So if we look at the definition of stare, it means to have your eyes focused on someone for an extended amount of time. And that is what he did. He was staring at her. He should have looked at her, scanned really quick, and then turned his head. And this would have prevented the situation from occurring, which means he doesn't know how to carry himself in public because he thinks he's this, oh, I work here and I'm this, big masculine Black man, and, I can do what I want. And, no, there's a certain amount of behavior that employees are supposed to exhibit when they are at work. Now, in some of the other videos I saw pertaining to this incident, a lot of people were talking about perverts and being a pervert and what is being a pervert and, different things like that. So I took the liberty of looking up perversion, which that's the umbrella term for being perverted, perverts, whatever you want to call it. Perversion. Perversion is a form of human behavior which deviates from what is considered to be orthodox or normal. Although the term perversion can refer to a variety of forms of deviation, it is most often used to describe sexual behaviors that are considered particularly abnormal, repulsive, or obsessive. Perversion differs from deviant behavior in that the latter covers areas of behavior such as petty crime, for which perversion would be too strong a term. It is often considered derogatory, and in psychological literature, the term paraphilia has been used as a replacement, though this term is controversial and deviation is sometimes used in its place. So perversion is describing sexual behaviors. Pervert, perverted, whatever you want to call it, it's a form of sexual behavior that is uh, considered to be orthodox or unorthodox or abnormal. So, if we look at how black men carry themselves today, when it's concerning women of color and women of non-color, their behavior has become overly perverted, which means that whenever they are out in public or wherever they seem to be, their behavior is always um, displaying in some type of sexual manner. Either you're staring at a woman's behind, taking pictures at a woman's behind, videotaping her because she has a nice body, walking up to her, trying to get her number, thinking that, every woman wants you. And what I always say when I'm talking about male and female interaction, the main reason a man comes up to talk to a woman is because he wants to have sex. He's not coming up to her to, let's say, pay her bills. He's not coming up to her to, open a door. He's not coming up to her to pick up her napkin off the floor that she dropped. No, he's coming to talk to her because he saw something he liked and he wants to have sex with her. All the other stuff is just extra. All the let me take you out, all the let's go out to eat, all the let's go to the movies, let's go kick it, or let's go talk, all that stuff is extra to the main point of the interaction, which is to have sex. So if we look at this image, we can see a beautiful woman of non-color. She's out, look like she's enjoying herself, and it actually looks like someone is taking a picture of her while she's out. So if you look at all the men and women in this image, the only one that is focused on her is this horny guy over here on your right. There's a guy sitting here. He's drinking his drink. He's having his meal. There's a couple over here. They're focused on their little dog. You have a man over here, and these two men over here, they're conversing. They're basically minding their own business, and that's what everyone is doing, basically carrying on their day, minding their business. This guy over here sees her, and immediately it looks like he's staring. Keep your eyes to yourself. Glance up, glance down. If you don't meet her eyes, or you guys don't come into contact with each other's eyes, it means she's not interested. Dude, go on about your business, keep it pushing, mind your business, and do your thing. She doesn't look like she's interested in anybody over there at those tables. She's doing her own thing. But there you have the horny guy over here in the corner that sees something he likes, and he can't seem to keep focused on what he's doing. This is what women are dealing with nowadays, especially from black men. They have this, they're in this fantasy land that they're the most desired male on the face of the earth, and they can have any woman they want, and they should have any woman they want, irregardless of how she feels or what she wants. He doesn't care. He wants her, and he's gonna have her. It's sort of like caveman days when they would go knock a woman upside her head and drag her off. You know what I'm saying? This is how black men are carrying themselves nowadays. They don't care what the woman wants. It's force yourself on them. Force yourself into their environment in whatever way you can. Sweat them because they should be yours. You're a black man and you have a BBC, and you should be able to have any woman you want. It doesn't work like that. So now let's get into this video, because I want to show you guys what I saw, which everyone else, out of all the videos I've seen, no one else is addressing this simple fact. So I'm gonna let this video play a couple of times, or maybe more than a couple of times, because I want you guys to actually see what happened. Okay, so here it goes. Number one. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's run it. We're going to run it back, and then I'm going to show it. And then the third time, I'm going to explain to you what I see. All right, here we go. Okay, let me say this before I play it back. I'm going to tell you what I see, then I'm going to let you see it. So what's happening is that this woman has come to the gym to work out. And of course, she's in her appropriate gym attire. She has on some biker shorts and a shirt. She's going to take her shirt off. And while she's taking her, see, okay, here we go. This guy in the background, these two guys in the background, they've already peeped her from when she first came in to the gym. So they're standing next to each other, or he's sitting and he's standing, and they're having a conversation. But actually, they're waiting for this woman to undress so that they can see her body in its entirety in her, tight shorts and her shirt. So as she begins to take off her clothes, you'll see the worker that's standing there. He has his back semi, to her, and the guy that's sitting down, lifting weights, he's the one that's actually peeping her through those weights, and he's waiting for her to take off her shirt. Now, when she starts to take off her shirt, he looks at her first. And then he says something, mumbles something under his breath. I don't know what it is. And then, which causes the other guy to look. So, you know how guys are. They're like, oh, damn, look at that. Oh, my God. And then, while he's looking, the other guy turns to look. Well, I don't know if she peeped him sitting by the weights, but I peeped him. And the guy that actually turned or had to turn around and look at her, she saw him, or she peeped him. Now, he wasn't the cause of the interaction between the two of them. The guy sitting down was the cause. So let's look at it. See how it slows down. See, it zooms in. See, look at, you see his head peek out, and then he turns around. So he's looking at, exactly. So now here comes the confrontation, and she saw it. She saw it, and I saw it. What's happening is that these black men are out in public preying on women, looking at women, and not being appropriate with their eyes and with their behavior. This woman was actually right in what she did, was because it's because she stopped predatory behavior. This guy sitting here, lifting weights, he's a predator. And this, his friend, birds of a feather flock together. So He's at the gym to work out, but they're also at the gym to pick up women. They're at the restaurant to pick up women. They're at the grocery store to pick up women. Wherever they go, their main intention is to pick up women, aside from the fact of why they're there. She should have this, and this employee, being that he is an employee of the gym, his behavior was totally out of line. If you are in an establishment and you are working on your health, if there are employees there, they're supposed to be there as maybe a spotter, making sure the gym is copacetic, and also preventing confrontation. Instead of him doing that, he wants to be confrontational. He wants to put his ego in the equation when his ego doesn't belong there at all. What he should have said when she said, "Do you need something?" He should have said, "Oh no, no, I don't need anything. I'm sorry, did I offend you by looking at you?" And she could have said, "Yeah," he could have said, "Well, oh, well, I apologize, ma'am. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm just anyway. Hi, my name is so and such. Nice to meet you. I work here at the gym, and I just want you to know that I didn't mean anything by looking at you. So go ahead, do your workout, and I apologize. I'm gonna get back to work." That's sort of how the interaction should have gone. But no, he thinks, "I'm the black man, I got a job and I'm working, and I can do what I want to do, and who are you talking to?" No, he has poor customer service. If I was running that gym, I would have dismissed him for the day, and it would have gone differently. And what she should have done is she should have filed a complaint. She should have let them see this video of how unprofessional their employee was, fraternizing with the customers, and also harassing. He harassed her. They harassed her, and she got blamed for it. So let's run it. Don't take my word for it. Let's run it back again and watch it. Oh, he was like, "Ooh, look at that." And then he turns around. Not every woman wants you. Just because you're black doesn't mean that every woman wants you and you can push up on every woman. So now that we've watched this, I want to go ahead and address a couple more points. So what this woman did was she stopped the interaction before it went any further. So by her addressing them and saying, "Do dude, you're staring. Do you need something?" Had she not said that, the next thing they would have pushed up on her, or one of them would have pushed up on her, thinking that, she wants them or she wants him. And the next move is to go up to her and disturb her workout by trying to get with her because she has a nice body and she's a woman of no color. So she stopped the situation from escalating into something that she didn't want, because she didn't come there to meet guys. She came there to work out. So the guy that was working out, you're not there to meet women, or you shouldn't be there to meet women. And the guy that's working there, you're not there to socialize. You're there to make sure that everything in the gym is copacetic. So you aren't doing your job. If these black men's behavior on the job is not corrected, we're going to start to see more of the effects of bad customer service. And that was bad and poor customer service. This woman should have been able to go in the gym and do her workout without being stared at or harassed with someone's eyes. So the effects of bad customer service is reduced employee morale. This man's moral compass is off. The man that was exercising, his moral compass is off. Reduce employee morale. If one or two of your employees are underperforming and giving your clients a bad experience, they are burdening the rest of the team who are forced to handle the frustrated and angry customers. If this burden continues for a long time, your employees' morale goes down together with the quality of service delivered. So if this man's behavior is not corrected, then that means the rest of the employees will be allowed to carry themselves like this man did, putting customers out, for defending themselves or for having that creepy feeling that they're being watched, that butt is being watched, their breasts are being watched, they're being watched while they're bending over and doing their exercises, and that's inappropriate behavior. Okay, so in my opinion, this guy, this employee, if he didn't have anything else to do, instead of fraternizing with the customers, he should have been making sure that the exercise equipment was in functioning order, appropriate and clean. He should have had some, he should have been wiping some stuff down. He could have done it already. The equipment could have been fine, except what's the harm in keeping yourself busy, keeping your thoughts clean by going around the gym facility and making sure everything is in working order and making sure everything is clean? No, instead of him to do that, he wants to stand around and look at women while they're working out. So, just in case anyone missed it, I want to go back to this video so we can watch it one more time so you can get an absolutely closer look and see what I see. Mm. See that head poke out there? Look at him. And then the confrontation ensues. Yeah, do you need something? Can I help you? You're staring. Do you need something? Am I doing something wrong? Right. Okay. So she's defending herself. She's letting him know, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in neither of you. So what the fuck are you looking at? Do your job. Do your job. And now he wants to go and pretend like he's working out. Got his buddy thrown up under the bus with his behavior. And the employee, instead of him being a leader, he's being a follower. Do your job. You're not there to pick up women. You're not there to use your eyes to harass people. This is somebody's business that they're allowing other people to oversee. Whoever owns this gym, this is their bread and butter. This is the way they feed their family. And if the customers are being run off by these black men with these egos and thinking that they're supposed to come to work and have their buddies come into their job to pick up on women, they're wrong. These business owners are going to start to lose customers, and it's not a, it's just basically it's not a good look, because people will, probably if people would have known what gym this was from, they probably would have canceled their own memberships. I know I would have, because I understand and I see exactly what was going on. These black men are out here in public and they're constantly trying to pick up on women instead of having a goal for the day and accomplishing it, aside from the goal being to pick up on women.